Hello, my name is Amanda, and this is my discussion for the exam, the part A, about risks with AI. And my reflections about the risks with AI have revolved around what I personally feel and have experienced as a risk even since I started using ChatGPT. I was kind of direct on that trend, or what to call it, when it released, since I was in the middle of my thesis, and it was really interesting and useful and cool when it came. So yeah, it was a very big hype in my class. But my reflections about this has often been that I find myself now and ever since that hesitating to formulate things and thoughts on my own without AI. And don't get me wrong, I understand that this tool is for me helping me put a lot down of what I think into a good text, etc. Yeah, text and everything like that. But what I see in myself is how often I sometimes I'm tempted to let AI formulate things for me, and I think that is completely wrong way and a big risks if we start to use AI just like that. And this is where I believe our biggest risk is. And also something that is overlooked when we talk about ethics in lectures. I've mainly taken away discussions about increased surveillance and balance between power of the state and individual rights and all that. I understand all that, of course, are significant risks and so important to talk about, but and also that is what my generated text for AI generated text part for this exam also has been talking about, or what to say. But when I look at myself and as someone who loves to write and find it as a very relaxing part of my day, whether it is an assignment, my diary, a work email, just because that for me is a process where I have to be completely present and focused, where I cannot think about anything else. And this part of my job and day becomes very important for me and for my mental well-being. The aspect of discussing the risk to mental health of AI's ability to produce things has led me to reflect a lot about the risks, such as how do we ensure that we continue to spend time on creativity, which is so important for many people's mental well-being, and that do not disappear with AI. The feeling of creating something, whether it's a text, a picture, is a human need to feel creative. So I was thinking a lot when I got these risks from that AI produced text gave me, that why doesn't it talk about that aspect of mental well-being? How do we maintain passion for writing text, drawing pictures, creating music? How do we maintain an understanding that the sole purpose of creation is not just quantity, but so much more, like passion, collaboration, the feeling of success, thinking to, as I said before, be in that creative bubble and just think of this when I write it's very special for writing. Also, I think it's very special for reading, to be in that kind of bubble. I see myself a lot of time instead of reading text, since I can use ChatGPT. Can you please summarize this for me to just make everything go faster? But when I'm reading, it's really good for my mental well-being, just because I'm so much in this bubble. Yeah, just the process of doing something, creating something, or consume something that someone else has created, like reading. When we think about creating a text painting, we focus and we reduce mental illness, and this is something that I'm very passionate about, not giving up. Then I understand, of course, that AI can also contribute to creation. So if we don't have to spend unnecessary time writing simple emails that work, we can spend more time thinking creative, etc. But what I'm thinking about is whether we really do that, and how we're going to make sure we do it. So if, example, like young people are helped by AI to write in their submission, so suddenly then they have 1 hour over to spend on doing something maybe creative, like, okay, I have time to, I don't know, draw in my bullet journal, or just another hour for my hobby, music, create something like that. Or are these kids just, okay, having 1 more hour on TikTok, where even there you're watching materials just created by someone else, not be part of the creative part. So when reading this text, I'm just reflecting so much how we can ensure that we talk about the risk of mental well-being in creating things when we talk about the risks with AI. And how AI can help us spend more time for creative tasks and creation processes, rather than the opposite, less time on this. When I started to write my reflections and put the discussion down to words, it took me maybe, I was out for a walk and trying to like sort my not feelings, my opinions, you can say, what I was thinking was the important thing of this. And then so the whole walk I was like thinking and tried to put it down for maybe, I don't know how long time. But this process, when I have like, okay, this is the goal, I want to achieve this video, let's say, like, my discussions, I need to be focused. I need to be focused to come up with something new. It's hard to come up with something new, but in a very big world. But I try to make my own reflections, and to do that, I need to be focused and sharp, and not doing other things or think of other things. And that for me is good for my mental well-being. It's a good part of studying for me. It's a good part of, as I said before, like create ideas. And I think that is like the biggest risks with AI, that we should really, as I said, talk more about it. How we not reduce this by just taking someone else's thoughts that is already that can be produced by AI. Not what I'm trying to say is, this I'm saying now is, okay, maybe it's 100 of people who has already said this and talked about it, so I could Google it or use AI to come up with it, but it's not always what is the result of what we create and what we present, but also the process that, okay, I'm trying to it's developing for me. It's good for my brain to think. Yeah, I think that is a good way to say it. So what I'm trying to convey is, and what I see as the major risk here, and that the text and not nor the what I see in the presentations from our classes is that we talk about this mental health, this risk of AI as a threat to the mental health of all of us. We live in a time where, unfortunately, mental illness is not only not only present but increasing, and we must ask ourselves, how can we ensure that, with help of that AI, do not contribute to this, or how could we use AI as a tool to maybe to not contribute to this. AI has the potential to free us, as I said, from routine tasks and allow us to focus on what truly inspires us, in creating art, music, new business ideas, new solutions to problems that AI cannot do. But it's crucial that we do not just take this extra time and use for something something else meaningless, as writing, doing routine tasks, but something that actually contributes to our creativity and our mental well-being. So conclusion, what I just think is, let's talk more about that risks with AI, the importance of keeping soul, meaning, creativity for everyone of all's well-being, as we explore the potential of AI. And by integrating these values into our use of technology, we can create a future, I think, where people are not only more productive but also happier and more fulfilled with their lives and work. Thank you for this discussion part.